Hello, my fellow public universities attending Nigerian. That sounds weird. Alright, you're welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I'm Wealth. I'm a third year medical student of the University of Ibadan. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about ASUU.
The Academic Staff Union of Universities has again extended its ongoing industrial action, dashing the hopes of many university students.
How do you honestly feel about this ASUU strike? Honestly, this strike is one of those situations where you are in a position you can't really control things, but you can control how you react to the situation, and that's why I'm actually making this video. So I've come across quite a number of interviews and blog posts asking students how they feel about the strike, and majority of the students actually feel bad about it. They said they are sad, frustrated, depressed, and funnily enough, there are still some set of students that are actually happy that the strike is happening because it gives them time to do some other things they want to do. So what category of this student do you fall into? I know you might be of the opinion of this lady. She tweeted that, please don't tell Nigerian students to learn skills or build any nonsense capacity. You people should please stop. I think the best we can do is to invest in ourselves, no matter how annoying and ridiculous that may sound. I know many people are frustrated and they don't want to hear this. But let me give you an example of how I've used this kind of period and how I've used it productively in the past. So you can remember 2020, it was not just strike that happened, there was also pandemic, and we stayed at home for almost a year. During that period of time, which actually was not a really great time, was when I was open to some other opportunities outside academics. Before then, most of what I think about is just schoolwork, but that was when I started writing, and the writing is what actually led to this YouTube channel. And see, we are at about 18,000 subscribers. Also, it was during that time I started my first business. It's an online tutorial. And it was this time also I started reading non-academic books. I started reading books about business, about self-improvement and all those things. So this time, if you are not still using it well yet, I think you are doing the wrong thing. So I'm basically going to be talking about what I've been up to lately and what I plan to do should this strike be extended for a very, very long period of time, because we are not really sure of what is going to happen. In the hope that maybe you'll be inspired or motivated to find something to do also. And not just that, I'm actually making this video also to inspire myself and to motivate myself, because honestly it has not been easy. There are so many things I committed to doing and I've not been consistent doing them, so I could always come back to watch my video and say, remember you said this, then go back to work. Oh, they just took the lights. So sad. So just hold on, let me increase the alright. I think the video quality is still not bad. So as I was saying, what was I saying before the strike started? I was supposed to write my first MBA exam, and I was actually preparing for the exam that time. So when the strike started, for the first few weeks I was actually consistent reading. I was reading because I never thought it was going to last this long. Also at that time I was also posting about 2 YouTube videos a day. I was very consistent and very hardworking then. I missed that sale. But later on, about 1 month into the strike, it just changed completely. I tried to read, but it's not been really easy. So if that is what you are also going through, you are not alone. Moving forward, I'm trying to improve myself in every area. I'm trying to improve myself physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially. I'm going to talk about each of them one by one. So physically, I've been trying to eat healthy and exercise. I've been actually exercising lately. I really want to go to the gym, but I don't have enough money to go to the gym yet. Gym is quite expensive. And the second area is spiritually. I've been trying to be more consistent with doing my devotion. I pray God helps me to be more consistent. Mentally, I find myself reading books about memory techniques. I don't know if you've seen people that can do extraordinary things with their memory. Like, it is actually trained. They train themselves to do that. They can memorize a lot of numbers. They can memorize letters, people's faces and name and card, all those stuff. I'm actually reading a book on that. And also, because my exam is going to be immediately after the strike, I've actually also been trying to read, but it has not been easy, I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to be more consistent reading and I have other non-academic books I also have to read. Financially, actually, I'm trying to work on my business. I have this online tutorial which I've not really been able to put effort into because of medical school work. It is very hard. So if you don't know how to manage your time well in medical school, you will almost not want to do any other thing outside academics. So this time is time for me to like restructure the business and also this YouTube channel. I'm also trying to make the best out of this channel during this period and afterwards. If you feel like you do not have anything doing and you're not interested in doing anything, let me give you some advice. The world is changing and what we place value on is actually also changing. Some years back, internet never existed, crypto never existed, NFT never existed, and now like see how much value is placed on these things. Also, if you've been paying attention, you notice that big companies now, they do not really require your certificate for you to be employable. What they need is value. If you are valuable and you can provide real value to the company, we are ready to hire you without your certificate. So does that mean you should not pursue your certificate anymore? No, that's not what I'm saying. Like having a certificate also increase your opportunities, but having a value, having a skill is much more important. This time is a good time to find something that is worth pursuing and pursue it. You could also be of the category of people who have tried to learn a skill but it still doesn't make sense to you, just give up on the skill. That has also happened to me before. The reason why you are giving up on those skills is because you've not yet seen a reason why you need to acquire those skills. Let me give you one example. 100 level, when I just get an admission into University of Ibadan, I noticed one culture among some of the students. They were always talking about self-help books, and I was like, wow, see these guys, like see the way they are reading non-academic book. Then I thought to myself, I'm going to read it too. So I got quite a number of books, and I never got past the first chapter reading all those books because I didn't really have any reason to read them then until I needed them. For example, there was a time when I was applying for an essay competition and I needed to know how to write essays. I got books on essays and I read it completely. When I was thinking of starting my first business too, I actually got books on business and I was surprised I read them completely and they resonated a lot. You probably don't have reason to pursue a skill yet. Let me give you some advice. The advice is start with the end game, then trace it backwards. Let me give you an example of what end game can be. Money could be your end game. Starting a business could be your end game, or building your CV so that in the future you'll be more employable could also be your end game. So have the end game in mind. Let me just tell you this. One of the end game of actually starting this YouTube channel was to make money. I'd been writing on Facebook, but if I didn't care about making money, I probably would just stick to writing on Facebook. But I knew that eventually if I stay consistent with posting YouTube video, maybe some days I'm going to start making money from it. But actually making YouTube video is not easy. It actually takes away your money. If you do not have a camera or a good phone, you have to invest in one of those. You have to invest in microphone. You have to invest in data to upload video. It takes your time and all those stuff. One of the end game that just kept the YouTube thing is I knew money is one of the reward I could get from it. And actually I've been monetized now, though YouTube has not paid me yet because of the process that is involved. I'm going to make a video about the process. But I'm not saying you should start anything just because you want to make money. There should be other reasons too, because usually you do not make money from things immediately. You have to have other things that are making you do those things for you to stick to them till the point where you'll be able to make money. If starting a business or making money is your end game, then you can now trace it back. Okay, what are the things I need to do to make the money, or what are the things I need to do to start this business? Then you can work it from there. You can actually start from reading books or following people that are well knowledgeable in these areas, and you're going to find something. You're going to find something you are interested in the process, something that will eventually get you to your end game, and that is what you are going to stick with.